Amazon is the second largest private employer in the United States. In recent years, the popularity of its quick deliveries has meant the company has needed to grow fast, with hundreds of sorting and delivery warehouses around the country. But the company's also faced pushback over pay and working conditions from some of its employees, with staff in cities including Chicago banding together to try and change things. Chicago Tonight's Nick Blumberg is here with more. Nick.
Well, Paris, you might remember that last year employees at an Amazon facility in Bessemer, Alabama outside Birmingham voted against joining the Retail, Wholesale and Department Store Union. But the National Labor Relations Board threw out the results of that election, citing company interference, and ordered a revote, the results of which will get tallied starting in late March. There's also a unionization vote in New York at that same time. And right here, a group of workers called Amazonians United Chicagoland says it's seen success from its organizing efforts, including after a recent work stoppage.
We're walking out! Walking out! Here we go!
3 days before Christmas, dozens of employees at two Amazon warehouses in Southwest Side Gage Park and Cicero walked off the job.
We got fed up with being underpaid, overworked, lied to. They weren't keeping their promises.
Among other things, the organized employees wanted the freedom to work a variety of roles within the warehouse to reduce physical strain, and a $5 increase in their hourly pay.
It was basically like, we got to unite, we got to do something about it, because if we don't, then nothing's going to get done about it.
This month, Amazon gave them a raise. New employees will now start at $18 an hour, up from $15.80.
Not everything that we asked for, but it was about half. And I think we even won it for some other facilities here in the Chicagoland area.
Amazon denies that the raise was related to the walkouts. In a statement, the company said, quote, "The recent pay adjustments were part of a regular wage review process that occurred over several months and impacted employees at more than 24 sites around Chicago." The organized workers also say morale has improved since the December action.
Now we feel like management is walking on eggshells. I feel like we turned the tables on them.
Amazonians United is not a formal labor union. Since forming at a now shuttered warehouse in McKinley Park in 2019, the group's led walkouts and petitions for things like water for employees, COVID safety measures, and accommodations for long overnight shifts. Organizers don't disclose how many members are in the group, but say they're active at both the Gage Park and Cicero facilities.
What we're doing, it's union work. We consider ourselves a union, whether Amazon recognizes us or not.
It doesn't, but the company has agreed to make it easier for employees to organize. In a late December settlement with the National Labor Relations Board, Amazon agreed to notify workers around the U.S. of their rights to take collective action or unionize, and said it wouldn't interfere with those efforts.
We deserve more, and we deserve better than what we're receiving.
Chris Smalls is the president of the Amazon Labor Union, which is organizing workers in Staten Island. Smalls says he was fired after leading a COVID safety walkout, and after last year's failed vote in Alabama, decided to organize his former workplace as part of an independent union, not affiliated with an established organization.
We think that we have a better chance to pretty much take on the onslaught of the union busting that Amazon does, because they can't use the same spills that they do with an established union.
And Amazonians United Chicagoland members say affiliating with an established union would feel like an unnecessary go-between.
We're the ones that know how things are inside the warehouse, and if we see that, we believe if someone else steps in from as a union rep, we fear that they won't listen to our voices.
Members also say they've seen quicker results than they think a traditional union can offer without the work of trying to organize a formal election. Right now, the group's deciding the next issues workers want to tackle and thinking about expansion. Their goal?
A presence at every facility so that these people know that they've got to respect us because we're the ones that do the work. And if they disrespect us, we can choose to not do that work.
In a statement on the various organizing efforts facing Amazon, a spokesperson said, quote, "As a company, we don't think unions are the best answer for our employees. Every day we empower people to find ways to improve their jobs, and when they do that, we want to make those changes quickly. That type of continuous improvement is harder to do quickly and nimbly with unions in the middle. We've made great progress in recent years and months in important areas like pay and safety. There are plenty of things that we can keep doing better, both in our fulfillment centers and in our corporate spaces for employees, and that's our focus." Paris?
All right, Nick, thanks very much. And we should mention to our viewers that this is your first day as a full-time reporter. You've been with us, of course, for many years as a producer and part-time reporter, but welcome to the full-time staff.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited. I started producing in 2014. I've been on air periodically since 2016. So I'm excited to build on that and keep contributing to all the great work coming out of the newsroom. But I should mention that story in 2016 was not my first time appearing on WTTW. Take a look.
We have a special birthday boy in the studio today. Nick is here, and we'd like to say hello to Nick. There he is on your screen. Nick is 6 years old today, and I can tell you that this he's a member, first of all. He's watched a lot of Channel 11, and he is sitting there writing scripts for future television shows. I just reviewed them. This young man needs an agent, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a bright future in whatever he decides to do.
So there you have it. Famous last words, famous first words, not sure.
You know, Nick, part of this job is going and answering pledge phones during the pledge drive, so it looks like you have experience with that too.
I cannot wait to get started.
All right, Nick, well, great job and congratulations.
Thanks, Paris.